If this one was uninhabitable, then yeah, you better believe I'm going somewhere else.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well.
Great. Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice seeing you too. So, Moonhaven, this show, I'm on episode 4, so I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it without revealing things because I'm far ahead. So, Dominic, you play a detective, and I love it because, is he here? Did we lose him?
Yes, no, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay,
Yeah.
you play a detective in a different sort of sense. You investigate crimes, but also you focus on mental healing. So we need that, right? When it comes to detective work or any kind of police work?
Yeah, I think we do. I mean, I think obviously COVID has been a catastrophic thing that we've all lived through over the last few years or so. But I would put an argument forward to say that one of the only positive elements that has come out of this COVID experience for all of us is that maybe we're a little bit more transparent about talking about our mental health. You know, instead of just asking, how's it going? People are now actually saying, like, how are you? You know, how's your mind? How's your health? How is that all going? You know, and I think that's important. And one of the few positive things that has come out of this COVID thing. So Paul's an extremely sensitive man. He's extremely connected to his emotions and, you know, kind of leads with that. And obviously that gets him into kind of hot water in some aspects, but also it's admirable that he's so vulnerable and so in touch with his emotions. So yeah, he's an interesting character to play.
And Joe, you play Tom with 2 M's. Do the 2 M's have any significance in your character? Maybe playing both sides?
Man, I think that's a stretch.
Can you tell us about your character? Because in the first episode, we don't know about you.
Yeah, you learn that he's a former soldier. He did 2 tours in the China Sea, which were really violent. They refer to him later in the series as like being a very cunning soldier who often worked alone. There's kind of a CIA interrogation sort of element to him that may or may not be attached to latent psychic abilities. So yeah, that, and he's working as a bodyguard currently for a diplomat, kind of going between the Earth and the Moon, Indira Mare. And so he kind of escorts her to the moon to make this huge speech that everyone on planet Earth and the moon will see. Very historic speech. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of who he is when you meet him, or his backstory. And then you know, he's from Earth. He's not a mooner. So yeah, I mean, you start to see how I don't know, the sweater, what he may or may not have to do with the murder that just happened on the moon.
And yeah, this show is interesting. It's this moon colony. It's supposed to be like the Garden of Eden, but there's a quote by the main character, Bella, who says, "Darkness finds a way." And it's so poignant, especially now, because even if we mean good, as far as like maybe colonizing another planet, humanity will kind of, and the darkness will kind of get in the way. So it's a really strong theme in this show that someone's trying to do good, but then there's these elements that come in and kind of try to ruin everything. So did the show kind of resonate with you?
I mean, that's just a point of view, isn't it, really? I mean, yeah. I think all animals can, you know, you can look at their behavior based on, oh, we understand this as good, we understand this as bad, but there's no such thing as a good or bad crocodile. They're just being a crocodile, you know, and I think it's the same with humans, you know. Of course, because we all live in our heads, we can kind of point at things and say, oh, that's bad behavior, or that's good behavior. But I mean, we're animals, you know. Human nature very often can be very selfish and self-serving. So you have one person thinking, well, I'm doing the right thing for me, and then a whole bunch of other people, well, that hurt my feelings. I did not appreciate that, you know. So I think human beings, unfortunately, are breeding out of control. And if there was another animal breeding to the extent that we would be controlling that. And unfortunately, we're not. And we found ourselves in a position now where, you know, we're fighting for land space, and we're fighting for food and fuel and things like that. And it's not getting any easier because humans are not being told that they should probably calm down with the breeding aspect of their life. So yeah, we're moving into a strange place, and I don't really know how we solve that. Maybe having less children.
And since we're talking space exploration, would you guys be up to living in another planet, living on another planet, or exploring?
If this one was uninhabitable, then yeah, you better believe I'm going somewhere else. If we had to, but we don't yet. But like, would I go to outer space? Sure. Yeah.
And you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Adventure. I'm always looking for an adventure in my life, and I would definitely roll the dice on that. Sounds like fun.
And do you have the competition between the Mooners and the Earthers in this world? Where would you want to live?
Oof.
I mean, you know, personality. Well, I mean, you want to live on the moon. I mean, in the future, in the world of Moonhaven, you don't want to live on the Earth.
Mm.
The Earth is messed up.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously great elements to living on the moon. I think maybe myself, Dom, not the character that I play, but myself, might get a little tired of the kind of genuine sweetness of everyone and the slight kind of of the culture. But like Joe said, I mean, in this particular world, you absolutely want to be living on the moon, because Earth is in a real mess,
That's confusing why Bella wants to keep going back to Earth.
Right.
Because it's all she knows. Same with Tom. Tom lives on the Earth too. It's what we know, and also our temperament is made for that as well. We're the cynics. We don't really kind of fully get what they're doing up there on the moon, nor really maybe believe that it's going to work. And I think that's that creates this kind of interesting underdog story where can the utopia work? Are humans going to just human this thing and ruin it? And that's really where the show starts.
Yeah, it's definitely like a hippie colony. Definitely gets that. You get that sense, right? All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I cannot wait to see the rest of the show because everything's black and white, so you don't know like what's going on really. So I'm ready to dig in.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Lupe.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.